How did a small, divided continent on the edge of Eurasia end up ruling most of the world? In the 1500s, Europe was not the richest region. It wasn't the most populated. It wasn't even the most powerful. Yet within a few centuries, European empires controlled nearly 80% of the globe. So, how did Europe conquer the world? Let's find out. The story begins with ships. In 1492, Christopher Columbus sailed west across the Atlantic. Around the same time, Vasco da Gama reached India by sea. European nations like Portugal and Spain were searching for new trade routes, gold, and spices. Why? Because Europe wanted direct access to Asian wealth without relying on Middle Eastern trade routes. Better ships, improved navigation tools like the compass, and powerful cannons gave Europeans a huge advantage at sea. The oceans became highways, and Europe began expanding. Europe didn't just explore, they fought. Gunpowder, weapons, steel swords, and advanced warships gave European armies an edge over many regions they encountered. When Hernan Cortes arrived in Mexico, a few hundred Spanish soldiers defeated the mighty Aztec Empire. How? Superior weapons, alliances with local enemies, and devastating diseases that spread unintentionally. Diseases like smallpox dramatically reduced native populations in the Americas, making resistance far more difficult. It wasn't just strength, it was timing, technology, and global connections. Unlike large unified empires like China, Europe was divided into many rival nations. England, France, Netherlands, they competed constantly. This competition pushed innovation, better ships, stronger economies, more advanced weapons. If one country discovered something new, the others rushed to copy or improve it. This rivalry turned Europe into a laboratory of military and economic experimentation, and the rest of the world felt the impact. Then came the biggest turning point. The Industrial Revolution. It began in Britain. Factories replaced handmade goods. Steam engines powered ships and trains. Mass production created wealth on a scale the world had never seen. Industrial power meant faster transportation, stronger weapons, larger armies, global trade dominance. Europe no longer just explored the world, it controlled it. European powers established colonies in Africa, Asia, and the Americas. They extracted resources, gold, silver, cotton, spices. They built global trade networks. Empires like the British Empire became so vast that people said, the sun never sets on it. By the early 20th century, Europe dominated global politics, trade, and industry. So how did Europe conquer the world? Not by one reason, but by a combination of exploration, technology, competition, industrial power, and global trade networks. History is complex, and so is power. But here's the real question. If geography, technology, and competition shaped Europe's rise, what shapes global power today? Let me know in the comments.